We recommend 7 practices that can encourage regular maintenance and renewal of a change. Most of these recommendations are directed towards team and organizational change, not personal change, but can be adapted to individuals. Perhaps the most fundamental mechanism for sustaining change is a regular meeting during which team members can come together to share results, perspectives, and opinions about how change is operating. Especially for large scale organizational changes, it's useful for top leaders to hear directly from organizational members about how change is working. Particularly in intergroup changes where new roles, processes, or relationships are developed, a regular meeting among members of the groups involved can serve as a point to renew and evaluate the changes that have been made. A renewal conference is a specific event, often held off-site, where organizational leaders or members meet to evaluate and discuss the change. These can also be effective at the department or a team level. Performance reviews evaluate departments and individuals against specific measurable goals. Having clear and consistent goals, with rewards to support them, provides unambiguous support for the desired change. A return visit from the change agent who helped to implement the change can encourage the organization to take an objective look at its progress. Despite the best intentions of regular reviews, a change will not be sustained if organizational members are rewarded or recognized for doing something that's in opposition to the change. Rewards should be put into place that provide recognition to the people who maintain the new ways of doing things. The word evaluation can bring up negative connotations for many people, perhaps rooted in poor current or past practices. It's among the final stages of the organizational development engagement and is also frequently omitted. The question that the consultant must answer is, has the intervention in the organization made a difference? Many practitioners and change agents fail to evaluate because many of the challenges and barriers to conducting an effective evaluation exist. In fact, only relatively few OD practitioners push to evaluate their efforts. Most recommended increasing rigor for evaluative studies. Published cases of OD evaluation are difficult to find, since very few studies have been able to substantiate the persistence of OD effects. It may not be possible to establish whether the results are due directly to the specific activities of the OD program. Evaluation can offer insights into both the organization's processes and the outcomes or results of the intervention. Researchers have developed an extensive set of processes and outcome variables that practitioners can consider as they decide what to evaluate in any given engagement. Process variables evaluations consist of how the intervention may have changed behavioral, people, and task processes. These include subjects like motivation, conflict resolution, decision making, group trust, and participation. We're going to make 9 predictions about the future of evaluation in organizational development. OD interventions will be more often evaluated. OD practitioners will become more skilled in facilitating a process by which members of the organization develop measurable change objectives. OD interventions will be tackled by individuals, teams, departments, and organizations. OD will be measured by change impact tied to the organization's balanced scorecard on the one hand and to individual key performance indicators on the other. OD evaluations will be flexible to accommodate for changing conditions. OD evaluations will be technology enabled using virtual surveys, focus groups, interviews, and dashboards. OD evaluations will move away from an exclusive focus on what's wrong and will include what's right. OD evaluations will move away from an obsession with quantitative methods and will include qualitative methods, making for true mixed method evaluations. OD evaluations will be increasingly linked to assessment and diagnosis. Consulting engagement are by definition temporary relationships, and the project at some point must be turned over. Attention to the ending process is necessary so OD projects don't end abruptly and without adequate follow-up. Even if clients identify additional work, the present engagement is well defined during the contracting phase and must come to an end. The process of ending an engagement sets the tone for future transitions to a second engagement. Skillfully and ethically ending engagements is an important competency for the OD professional. Endings can be initiated by clients, by consultants, or by mutual agreement. Ideally, engagements end by mutual agreement, but there may be reasons for either the change agent or client to end the engagement earlier. Clients and practitioners can also give each other feedback on strengths and opportunities for improvement. Post-consultant transition plans should also be discussed at the ending meeting so that it's clear whether and how the change agent may be further involved in the client's organization. These changes should be discussed so that the team is aware of the change and knows what to expect. Ethics concerns can enter into the separation process, both when it happens too quickly and when it's delayed. Separation may be ethically necessary to reduce dependency on the change agent and to avoid the change agents continuing to accept payment if the contracted services have been completed or if the client is no longer benefiting. The longer the change agent participates in the client's system, the more they become such a part of the system that objectivity is lost and separation is psychologically difficult on both change agents and clients' parts. Ending an engagement too early can also be ethically questionable, as it can mean leaving the client in a poor position to manage the change alone. Change agents who may feel that the progress or the relationship is poor may look for ways to exit when things get difficult. The opposite can also occur when a change agent may believe that the client is ready to assume the reins alone. An honest assessment of the motivation of the end of the engagement is important to ensure that it ends ethically.